It's Thursday night here in South Texas. It's Texas League Baseball here in the AA Texas League. Tonight, the third of the 6-game set between the Corpus Christi Hooks and the San Antonio. We're back here with the first pitch coming up right after a proud sponsor of Dr. Pepper. Tom Cosgrove, a lefty from the Empire State, would get the call. And what do we know about him, Bob? He's got a reservoir of pitches, and so far I know that deep inside, he's got a perfect pitch for every hitter. Greg Kessinger coming in as we start the top half of the first inning for Corpus Christi. And let's play ball. The first pitch is thrown by Cosgrove, and we are underway as that one is fouled and away. And the count now 0-1. We're underway at 7:07 here tonight on a beautiful Thursday night. And the pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. So far, let's go ahead and give your ball clubs. We have Wichita at Frisco, Midland at Amarillo, Corpus Christi at San Antonio. We have also the Northwest Arkansas Naturals at Arkansas and Springfield at Tulsa. 0-2. That's high fly in the air, and that will go wide of play and foul. So far, we started our 2-game doubleheader yesterday. Corpus Christi winning both in the final scores of 7-1 and 5-1. And pretty good right there. That's going to be line drive, and that will go out of play and foul. So the count now is 0-2. Got fans watching from Corpus Christi, Wichita, Springfield, and Northwest Arkansas. And also Midland as well. Midland playing the Sod Poodles there at Water Ridge Field in downtown Amarillo. Good place for baseball, and so far gotta love Amarillo. It's where we were back in the year of 2019. San Diego Padres affiliation was up in the Panhandle. San Antonio was up in AAA in the Pacific Coast League during the 2019 campaign. Also, AAA affiliation to the Milwaukee Brewers. And the pitch. That one down low, and the count now 1-0. During the 2020 season, COVID-19 has struck millions of people, forcing out businesses and shutting down baseball stadiums. New Orleans Baby Cakes was also getting shut down. The AAA team up in New Orleans. AAA team that got moved from New Orleans. They were downgraded from a AAA to a AA, and they joined up the Texas League. That's high fly in the air. Lucas Dunn at third will make the play for the out. And we'll go ahead and give the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks the starting lineups. And so far, Bob, these guys winning 2 yesterday in the doubleheader. Are they planning to win this one? Well, it just depends how these batters react to the baseball being thrown tonight. If the ball could get thrown, and so far, if it does, then really they could get some base hits going here. That'll bring up Jordan Brewer as he takes one well and inside for a code strike, gets 0-1. Corpus Christi in their new get out. It is just a nice dark royal blue. Under the armpits is a sky blue with the hooks inscribed on the chest in a nice fashion blue. Also blue for the numbers and letters of their jerseys, with gray road jersey pants. And the pitch. That one's going to be line drive, and that will go up to right center for a base hit. Well, Corpus Christi will get their first hit of the night. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, number 21, Matthew Barefoot, in the 4 spot. And the pitch. Right there and inside for a code strike. Gets nothing and 1. So far, everybody going here in this evening's contest. AA Texas Leagues are in full swing. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and the count now is nothing and 2. Barefoot, he averages at the 299 over the opposition of 400. So far, he's had 5 home runs on 3 RBIs. Here's the 0-2. And right there, he struck him out looking, as that will do for this side retired. So no runs on a couple of base hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom half of 1, and it is no score. Max Roberts, a lefty, will get the starting assignment for Corpus Christi. And we are about ready to go for the bottom half of the San Antonio first. That'll bring up the center fielder, Tim Lopes, as he takes one right there and inside for a code strike. Gets nothing and 1. Series continues Friday night through Sunday afternoon, as we will conclude the 6-game homestand. Missions are off to Midland after this one. They'll be back to get things going with Amarillo. We play the Amarillo Sod Poodles. Now, one of my coworkers, he don't like that name, but it is a name that will be respected here in the AA Texas League. I mean, if he don't like it, then that's tough fingernails. He can just suck it up, Buttercup. Well, right there, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 and 2. And a swing and a miss. He swings up high and he misses it for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Wander Javier, as he comes in. And he fouls one off at the initial offering for the code strike. Gets nothing and 1. We'll say, don't forget, it's Six Flags Fiesta Texas during the final game of the 6. Make sure you bring the kids out, and they'll have a good time at the ball game. And so far, everybody is welcome out. Right there, up to right field, that will get through for a base hit by Wander Javier. That'll be a 1-out single to continue this half inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Joshua Mears. Mears coming in, and he takes one high and outside, and it was far and outside for ball 1. Yeah, if you see a ball that goes out that direction, you know that that's not something that could be a worthy hit. 1 ball and no strikes. And a swing and a miss. Boy, you hear the wind just whooshing right there as he went through for that one for the strike. And that one's going to be lifted. High fly in the air. Left fielder, give a chase, and he can't get there. That will put runners at second and third easily. And that's going to be a stand-up double. Well, fans in this one will get a courtesy coupon of getting their hands on this coupon for a double meat cheeseburger with your choice of a medium fry or onion ring, courtesy of that stand-up double. Well, the missions are threatening here in the bottom half of one, and that is the first baseman, Juan Fernandez. Usually playing up in the DH spot, but he is right where he needs to be at first base. And a pitch. That one is outside the curveball, and the count now evens at 1-1. Partly cloudy skies. The temperature is 83 degrees. So far, we do have potential for thunderstorms, so if the game tomorrow night is rained out, or even Saturday's doubleheader is rained out, then we will be determined to make it up at some given point. If you do have tickets to these games, you can exchange the rained out game for a future missions game. So far, that will be good if you do. Come by our box office, and you can get some fresh tickets when it's a beautiful day and beautiful evening. That's going to be right there. And he's going to overthrow it, and that's going to be an E6. 2 runs come in to score. And Corpus Christi is given the error. Oh, ouch. And that'll bring up the hot corner third baseman, Lucas Dunn. Missions now ahead of Corpus Christi by the 2 runs. They got the third potential out there as second. That one high and outside for ball 1, and the count now 1-1. Boy, and I gotta say that shortstop is issued the error after the overthrowing of getting in there. And that's going to be high fly in the air. The right fielder will make it. And the runner tagging up from second will make it easily to third. And we're going to take the quick pause to give the starting lineups for the home side. And so far, Bob, 2 runs in to score on that error against Corpus Christi. These boys, they got a pretty good standing ovation of getting in some more runs. Yes, if they could continue to do what they're doing, they have it planned out. If they could get the ball in play and make these people out there in the outfield chase it, then you're really going to get something going. The DH, Grant Little, comes in as he takes the ball outside. It's 1-0. Runner at third and 2 in across the score on an error. That's right there. Shortstop will throw to first, and that will do. This half inning is over. Well, 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. We go to the top half of the second. San Antonio up front by 2. That'll bring in Brian Arias as he comes in to start up the top half of the second for Corpus Christi. And a pitch. That's going to be line drive up to center field. And that will be in for a fielder's choice on that base hit with nobody out. That's going to bring in Alex McKenna. Taco Bell double play will give you 2 free tacos courtesy of any missions double play during this season when the home team is home. And good thing about it is they're always a good restaurant. Well, that is Taco Bell, our friendly neighbors, giving you those 2 free tacos courtesy of place. And it's always good. That's going to be line drive, and that will miss the third baseman's glove. And they do not get him, as he'll score easily from second. And that's going to get in for an RBI double. And Corpus Christi will have their tying run holding off at second. That'll bring in Scott Schreiber as he comes in with a runner at second and one away. Or correction, nobody out. I'm apologizing after that. I'm getting y'all. Major look. John, wake up. There ain't nobody out. You got a runner at second. And, you know, you got the tying run standing right there. Yes, I do apologize, Bob. That's right there. To Jackson Merrill to Fernandez, as he will finally get the out. But meanwhile, Corpus Christi will have the runner from second to third. And that'll bring up Zach Daniels. Daniels coming in, and here's the pitch to him, and that one is down and low, and the count now, no balls and one strike. We have a beautiful evening on hand, and if you are listening to us on the radio or you're watching us, you may know that you can find us here on YouTube Live. This is BakerJstudios, bringing you Texas League Baseball right here on MLB The Show 23. Proud sponsors also PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X consoles. And so far, pretty good. Right there's a swing and a miss, and he'll get him chasing. As that will be 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the Corpus Christi second. That'll bring up the bottom half of the lineup in the 9th spot, CJ Stubbs. Stubbs coming in, and he takes one well and inside for a cold strike, gets nothing and one. Boy, just gotta love the new getup in Corpus Christi's New Jersey. Road grays are now being decommissioned. That one's going to be right there in the count now, nothing and 2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he gets them. Well, they try to threaten here as they have an RBI double. And we play 2.5. We go now to the bottom of the second. San Antonio up by 1. Well, that'll bring up the second baseman, Jackson Merrill, as he comes in. And he is about ready to go here for San Antonio. Max Roberts coming in, and here is his second inning on work. On the hill for Corpus Christi. And a pitch. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. And he will not chance it right there, as that's going to go down a no-out single. Well, it's a good thing that guy running at first had to held up at first. Yeah, he would have been out if he would tried to chance it, trying to steal for second. But that would have been a costly mistake if he would have been tagged out and the outs would have been coming in. Left fielder Albert Fabian comes in. And that's going to be right there, as they'll get one. And they will overturn a double play. And that is a 1-6-3 on that one. And that's going to bring up Michael Cantu, starting catcher tonight for San Antonio. And that one is out for a ball, in the count now 1-0. Just a beautiful evening, a few clouds from time to time. But meanwhile, the rain and severe weather threats will be throughout tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday, and through the rest of the week as we're at Midland during that time. That's high fly in the air. Up in right center is the center fielder. He'll make the play for the out, and that will do. So no runs on a hit, no errors. And nobody left on as we now head for the top of the third inning. It's San Antonio 2, Corpus Christi 1. That's going to bring up Gray Kessinger as we start up the top half of the third for the Hooks. Kessinger being in the leadoff spot. That is high fly in the air. Second baseman Jackson Merrill will get up in the right field to greet the right fielder to make the play for the out. And there is out number one. Will Wagner coming in as he popped out in the first. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. Right there and inside for a code strike. Gets nothing and 1. Boy, I gotta say, I do apologize if getting a little bit tired, but evidently I know it's been one of them days. So no balls to 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be hit to Lucas Dunn. He zip lines it to Fernandez. And that is 2 quick outs here in the top half of the third inning. That's going to bring in Jordan Brewer. 1 for 1 single in the first. Well, I did forget to mention that tonight is $2 Dr. Peppers on a Thirsty Thursday. And so far, glad that everybody come out to the ball game and enjoy a nice ice cold beverage. Dr. Pepper has been proud sponsor of Missions Baseball during the start of our affiliation with the Coke products. During the 2015 season, we started with them. And so far, San Antonio has been the proud sponsor since the early days of their Texas League. So Dr. Pepper was originated up in Frisco. Frisco Rough Riders would call their ballpark Dr. Pepper Ballpark before it was named Statesman's Park. But evidently Statesman's Park is still a Dr. Pepper ballpark, as we will remember it. No runs, no hits, and no errors. As we played 3.5, it is still a 1-run ball game.
Leading off for the Missions, the center fielder.
That'll bring up the center fielder, Tim Lopes, as we start the bottom half of 3. And that one's going to be high and outside for ball 1. 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. And that one is far and outside, and the count now 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes, and that one is inside for a code strike, and the count now 2-1. Roberts now at 31 pitches for Corpus Christi, and that is going to be hit to the second baseman. He'll make the play, and that is a quick out number 1, as that one headed right for him. A few more inches, it would have been a base hit. Wander Javier, he was a run. He singled 1 for 1. So far, pretty good here in this ball game. And the pitch. That one's going to be high fly in the air. Center fielder will get in right center to make the play for the out. And there is 2 quick outs. Joshua Mears coming in. as he was a 1-for-1 on the double. And that one's going to be high and outside for the ball, and the count now 1-0. 2 away, bottom of 3, San Antonio up by the run. And they lead Corpus Christi by 2-1. So far, we'll go ahead and give you your Texas League scores, but we'll wait for the end of this one to give you all scores of tonight. And that's going to be high fly in the air up in left center. Left fielder makes the play for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on as we now head for the top half of the 4th inning for Corpus Christi. It is 2-1 in this ball game. The right fielder is Matthew Barefoot. He struck out in the first inning. He's 0 for 1. That one was driven in right there in the zone. 1, no balls and 1 strike. And that one gloved by Jackson Merrill, as he didn't even have to get out of the way to make the play, but he's right there waiting for it for the out. What a magnificent play by Jackson Merrill, the second baseman. I gotta say, he is a really good prospect for the Padres organization. Do you think he should be called up to AAA? Well, it's not a what-if question. If you know that you're going to get up there, your hard work is going to pay off in due time. Well, you do make exceptional points, Bob. I like your fields of expertise. Here's the 0-1. It's going to be lifted high fly in the air. And Tim Lopes nearly lost that one. Could have been a base hit. An error would have been charged on him. And that is for 2 away. Alex McKenna coming in. He's a 1 for 1, a double RBI. And a pitch. That is high fly in the air. Up in right field is Mears, as he will make the play for the 3rd and final out here in this top half of the frame. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on as we played 4.5 here at the Great Industry. It is 2-1 Missions. That's going to bring in the first baseman, Juan Fernandez, as he comes in and ready to go as he delivers that one right outside for ball 1, and the count now 1-0. Max Roberts pitching for the starter of Corpus Christi, as he is now up 39 pitches for his first 4 innings. Here's a 1-1. And that one's going to be right there. Line drive up to right center, and that will get through for a base hit. Boy, what a beautiful play as that ball will get in. And San Antonio now has another hit added to the hit column. And a pitch. And that one is going to be right there and fouled and away. The count now 0-1. Done as a fly out in his early goings in the first. He was a 0 for 1 there during his time up. The sun is getting ready to go down as you see it on the buildings over there. So far, everybody getting ready to go home and call it a day, and also call it a night, if you will. But anyway, it is a pretty good day. That one is outside. The count now 2 balls, 1 strike. Two and 1. And that one's going to be right there. And now get up a right field base hit. And Boy, howdy. One base hit after another base hit. And that's going to bring in the designated hitter, Grant Little. And that one is high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Near the top of the corner in the strike zone, but not efficiently enough that it was in there. 1 ball and no strikes. And that's going to be right there as he gloves it. Will he get him? Yes, he will, as he'll throw him out at first. Mission's threatening as they have the second and third base bags. Boy, it could have been a easily double play if he would have thrown it right there. Throwing distance for Brian Arias was 136 on that one. That'll bring up the second baseman, Jackson Merrill, as he comes in. As single in the second, he is a 1-for-1. 1 away, second, third, 2-1 our score. San Antonio up by just a run only. Mission's trying to recover after having a double defeat of yesterday's doubleheader. And I gotta say, that was 2 punches in the face. But evidently, it is what it is. That's right there. And they will not get him. The run is in to score on an RBI fielder's choice. Well, Jackson Merrill will make it safely to first, as the third baseman for Corpus Christi has the ball deflected right off of him. That'll bring up the 8-hole batter, Albert Fabian, as he comes in and he takes one right there and inside for a code strike, gets nothing and 1. Remember, we do have severe weather throughout this week, so want everybody to be on the alert. If a game is postponed, you got to make sure that you know your tickets that have been rained out for your game on the day will be replaced. Here's the 0-2. And did he go? Yes, he did. That is for out number 2. And we're going to have a quick moment here as here comes the manager to relieve his pitcher out of the ball game. And Corpus Christi will see the first reliever coming right after our commercial messages from Henry's Puffy Tacos. Blair Henley will be the reliever of this ball game for Corpus Christi. And we are about ready to go as 2 on, 2 away in the bottom of 4. San Antonio has secured their third run on a RBI single on a fielder's choice and a base hit. That one outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Second runner at second base, the runner at first. And go ahead, and that's going to be chopped foul, and that will hit the catcher. Boy, and gotta say, you don't like it when you get hit by that ball. It hurts like crazy. That's high fly in the air. Second baseman will come over and try to assist the first baseman as he makes it for the out. Well, 1 run in the score on an RBI fielder's choice, and we played 4 here this evening. It is San Antonio up by 2. Well, that'll bring in the 7 batter, Scott Schreiber, as he comes in to start the top half of the 5th inning for Corpus Christi. And that's going to be lined high and outside and fouled. And the count now is 0-1. Pitch here. That one is out. And the count now 0-2. And that's going to be high fly in the air. And that will go for extra bases. Up in the right center. And Lopes cannot look for it. And that's going to get in as a no-out triple. And that's going to bring up Zach Daniels as he comes in. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Fernandez near the first base coach's box. He'll make the play for the out. That's going to bring in CJ Stubbs as he comes in and he's ready to go. And a pitch. That one high fly in the air, and that will go out of play for a strike, and the count 0-1. The pitch. High fly in the air. Merrill in pursuit. He'll make the play, and the runner from third will not even chance it, as that won't get far enough from him to advance. And we go back to the top of the Corpus Christi lineup. Stepping in, Greg Kessinger. Strikeout, pop out 0-2 here in this one. Pitch here, and that one is well and inside for a code strike. Gets 0-1. We're top half of the fifth inning for Corpus Christi. San Antonio just 2 runs ahead of this ball game and trying to secure the victory after the double whack in the face. Here's the 0-2, and that's high fly in the air, and that will go out of play and foul. So the count now still holds at no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2, swing and a miss, and they will get them easily. A 1-2-3 that will conclude this half of the fifth inning. So no runs on a triple, and a runner left stranded at third. And we now head for the bottom half of the fifth inning. San Antonio up by 2. Well, we go to the bottom half of the fifth. We are up to the top of the San Antonio lineup. Stepping in is center fielder Tim Lopes, as we are about ready to go, and that one is going to be just shy of outside. It's no balls and 1 strike. Ty Brown, a righty, a lefty. Brian King is coming in as we have 2 warming up in Corpus Christi's bullpen. And that is going to be right there, and that will go out for a strike, and the count now 0-2. 0-2. That one right there is going to get lined, and they'll get them by a step for the first down.
Now batting,
And that's going to bring up Wander Javier, shortstop for San Antonio, coming in here and about ready to go. That one is right inside the zone, but that one called for a ball, and the count now 1-0. Ty Krause, the crew chief behind the plate. First, second, and third umpires here in the AA Texas League. Texas League umpires presented by the Texas League office. And for more information, you can visit TexasLeagueUmpires.com or call the number in your voucher book. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one's going to be high fly in the air. Left fielder in pursuit, just shy of the warning track, will make the play. Out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, Joshua Meir.
Joshua Mears coming in as he comes from the right field area. And that one is going to clip the outside corner for a ball, and the count now 1-0. And that bat will break, and that will go right to the first baseman. They will avoid the shrapnel out there, as that will do for 5 complete innings here tonight. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. As we now head for the top half of the 6th inning, San Antonio is up by 3-1. Will Wagner coming in as we get you set for the top half of the 6th inning for Corpus Christi. And the pitch. And that one's going to be line drive up to left center, and that will get through for a base hit. And we're going to take a quick pause as here comes the manager. And that's going to do for the starter here tonight. We'll go 6 1/4 on the 2/3. And Tom Cosgrove is relieved out of this ball game after 6 1/4 inch. We'll have Efrain Contreras coming in. He's 5'10", 210 pounds, and age 23. We'll get the call here for San Antonio here tonight. Jordan Brewer will meet face-to-face Efrain Contreras. He is our first relief pitcher, and here is the first pitch, and that's going to be line drive. And that's going to get through for a base hit. Now we'll put the tying run now at first base.
The right fielder, number 21, Matthew Barefoot.
And that's going to bring up Matthew Barefoot. And that's going to be taken well and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. Boy, pardon me. Boy, it's like you had a long day, but this day is just halfway over with. I do agree, Bob. Right there and inside, that's a code strike, and the count now is 0-1. San Antonio trying to get out of this jam right here. Right there up to right center is Lopes, and he'll make the play, and here comes the tag off, and they do not get him. They got him almost, but he's in safely. Boy, gotta say you don't see that every day, but now you do. 1st and 3rd now. And that's going to bring in a run. And the tying run now up at 3rd. And that's going to bring in Alex McKenna. McKenna coming in, and a pitch. And that one is down and inside for a code strike. It's 0-1. Boy, Bob, I got to say, San Antonio, they are being trailed as closely as possible by their neighbor, Corpus Christi. Yeah, and I got to say, if they could keep that ball down, they got to try to get some more outs and try to hope that there ain't no more runs coming in this one. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Outfouls him there as he chases one down low near the dirt even. And that is for out number 2. Here is Scott Schreiber as he fouls one off, and the count now 0-1. 0-1. High fly in the air, Cantu. makes a play, and that's the inning. Well, Brian Arias will get a RBI on a run. So a couple of base hits, and that will do for this half inning. So bottom half of the sixth, San Antonio 3, Corpus Christi 2.
The first baseman,
first baseman is Juan Fernandez as we start the mission's bottom half of six. And that one is going to be down and inside for a cold strike. Gets 0-1. And that's going to be a swung on and missed. He's outclassed by that pitch for strikes. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be right there. Line drive, and that'll get through for a base hit. So, no out single as we continue the middle half of the lineup, and that'll bring in the hot corner third baseman, Lucas Dunn. That one right there is going to be inside for a code strike. Gets 0-1. Boy, Midland and Amarillo converging there at Water Ridge Field in downtown Amarillo. Midland has a pretty good score against Amarillo, and the score 9-6 in the bottom half of 7. So pretty good right there. And that one is going to be zip-lined right there and out of play. For the count now, 0-2. The pitch. And again, he'll send it foul. Holding on, no balls, 2 strikes is the third baseman, Lucas Dunn. And a swing and a miss, and Dunn goes down on strikes.
now the designated hitter, Grant Little.
And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Grant Little. As he comes in, he's got a runner at first and trying to stretch the lead into a much larger deficit. It's going to be high fly in the air, and up in right field is the right fielder. He'll make the play easily for the second out of the inning.
Second baseman, Jackson Merrill.
And that's going to bring in the number 7 batter, Jackson Merrill. He's 2 for 2 and 2 singles and RBI. And the pitch, high fly in the air. Easily, as that will head right to the right fielder as he'll get in right there for the final out here in the top half, or bottom half of the 6th inning.
Leading off for Corpus Christi, the left fielder, number 34, Daniel.
Well, that'll bring up Zach Daniels as we start up the top half of the Corpus Christi 7th. So far down to our last 3 innings of play here tonight. So right there, that one inside for a code strike, and it is 0-2. Looking for a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And right there, Daniels will go down, retired first in the top of the Corpus Christi 7th. That's going to bring in the 9 batter, CJ Stubbs. And that's going to be right there and fouled and away in the count. Strikeout, pop out 0 for 2. That is to Stubbs. And a pitch. High fly in the air. right near first baseman Fernandez. He'll make the play easily, and that is 2 quick outs here in the top of the 7th. Greg Kessinger coming in as he struck out in the 5th. He's 0 for 3. And that's going to be called by Ty Krause for a code strike. And it is 0-1. Here's the 0-1. And that one is high fly in the air. Fabian tries to go after it, and he is unsuccessful of doing that. And the count now 0-2. We will have our break after this last pitch here at the top of the 7th, and that's going to be down and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. And that's going to be right there. Line drive up to center field for a base hit. So a 2-out single will keep the top half of Corpus Christi's 7th continuing onward. And a pitch. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Center fielder Lopes will make the play, and that will do it. No runs on a hit, no errors, a man left. We go bottom of 7. It's Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We'll be right back after our commercial messages, a proud sponsor of Dr. Pepper. We're back here for more Texas League Baseball with the Corpus Christi Hooks and San Antonio Missions. But leading off the bottom of the 7th is Albert Fabian, as he comes in and about ready to go here in the bottom of 7. That one way outside for ball 1, and the count now 1-0. Bob, I will say that you could go ahead and start helping me out. And the count now 2 balls, no strikes. Take it away. Thank you, Jonathan. Albert Fabian coming as he's got a 2-0 count. Henley coming in, and Fabian will foul off that one, and the count now is 2 balls and 1 strike. Got to give my partner Jonathan a little bit of a rest. He's working his tail end off as he's getting in there. That's going to be line drive, and that will get through for a base hit. Going to first, going to second, and he's in there on a stand-up ovation of a double. Boy, howdy, and he's really getting up in there as he drives that ball like no tomorrow. Well, Bob, I got to say, that hard-hit ball was going to be in there to get everybody a double meat cheeseburger on that coupon courtesy of Whataburger. Well, that'll bring in the 9-batter Michael Cantu, as he was a fly out, a pop out 0 for 2. And so far looking for a base hit far out there to get the runner home from second. That's a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-2. The stadium lights are illuminating the whole field, I gotta say, pretty good on this Thursday night. One ball, 2 strikes. That right there to the shortstop. They will easily get him. And that will be for out number 1. Well, I will say allergy season is really coming in. And I gotta say, I got the sniffles. You're not kidding, Bob. Here is center fielder Tim Lopes as he comes in, and that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Here comes a runner, and boy, he is crazy, but he gets in across to score. And San Antonio now up to a 2-run difference. Boy, pretty good as he hits that one up to right field, and a beautiful line drive by the first baseman, by the center fielder here tonight. Why, did you forget his name, Bob? I think I did. Tim Lopes is his name, Bob. Got to think about that when you're out here on stream. I do apologize. And that's going to be right there, as he will pass to second, and they'll get them both for a double play. Well, Tim Lopes will get a RBI, and so far that will put the ball game to the top half of the 8th. San Antonio 4, the Hooks 2.
Leading off for Corpus Christi.
Well, we are about ready to go for the top half of the 8th inning for Corpus Christi. Stepping in is the third batter, Jordan Brewer. 2 for 3 of the evening. Coming and meeting first time around Efrain Contreras. And that's going to be high fly in the air. Fabian up in left field will make the play. And he's got it for the out. Corpus Christi down to their final 5 outs. That will lead off Matthew Barefoot for the first of the 5. End of pitch. That one is right there, and now to play in the count now 0-1. That one is chopped foul, but it will go for a strike. And that will be the count 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and boy, he gets him right there for the out. That's going to bring in Brian Arias. As he comes in, he's a 2 for 3 of the day. And right there and inside for a coach strike, it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Outside, far and out. And the count will even up at 1-1. 11,010 in a Thursday night's attendance. And so far it is pretty good. High fly in the air. Center fielder Tim Lopes, shy of left, will make the play. And he's got it for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on as we go now midway through 8. It is 4-2 San Antonio.
Leading off for the Missions, the right fielder.
The right fielder is Joshua Mears. As we get you set for this bottom half of the 8th. And that is going to be drifted. High fly in the air. Left fielder in pursuit. He makes the play, and he's got it for the out. And that's going to bring up first baseman Juan Fernandez. 2 singles, RBI run, 2 for 3 of the night. Boy, a pretty good, exceptional hitter. That is Juan Fernandez. The first baseman also recognized as the designated hitter for the Missions. I mean, pretty good right there on that one. Oh, no balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one down low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-2 our ball game here. San Antonio up by the 2 runs as Corpus Christi trails just the 2. That's going to be right there. Line drive up to center, and that will fall down in center for a base hit.
Now batting, third baseman, Lucas.
That's going to bring up the hot corner third baseman, Lucas Dunn. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get through for a base hit. Going to third, and he's there safely. First and third was still 1 away. And that's going to bring up the DH Grant Little. Little coming in. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be right there. And that's going to be high fly. And that's going to get through for extra bases. 1 run scores. Here comes another. And that's the run coming in. And that's going to be right there as a, boy howdy, 2 runs in the score on an RBI triple. Boy, you got to say, John, you might be losing your mind just thinking how many runs, if it stayed out there just a little bit longer, he would have cleared bases. Yeah, that is right. Got a lefty, Brian King, 6'1", 184 pounds at age 26 in this ball game. We will come up with our final tallies here as we get ready to conclude this night of festivities. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and the count now 0-1 as Jackson Merrill will meet Brian King first time around. 2 for 3, 2 singles, and RBI for Jackson Merrill. And that's going to be right there, line drive and out of play and foul. So no balls and 2 strikes to count. And that's going to be line drive, and that's going to get in a run. An RBI single will now make it a 7-2 ball game as San Antonio continues to crush it. It's pedal to the metal, Bob. Yeah, I got to say, when your foot is down on the gas, you don't ever let up on a crushing ball game that may just get your team the victory here tonight. Here is Albert Fabian, and that one's going to be high right there up in right center, as that will be for out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Michael.
That's going to bring up Michael Cantu. Ground out in the 7th, 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. And whoa, look out. That one will dust him off the plate. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Well, Corpus Christi will have the top of the 9th to try and rally. And that's going to be high fly in the air up at first base. And that will be for the out. So, boy, couple of runs, which makes 3. That will conclude this top half, bottom half of the 8th, I will say. Do apologize again here this evening.
The designated hitter.
Well, we go to the top half of the ninth. As stepping in is Alex McKenna. And that one is going to be well and inside for a code strike. It is 0-1. Well, we will go ahead and give you the final tallies of today's ball games. So far, the Wichita Wind Surge will win their 13th. There at Frisco as they beat the Rough Riders by 2-run score, a final 8-6. So pretty good for the Wichita Wind Surge. Beating the Frisco Rough Riders, they will be 13-16. Wichita 13-17. The pitch. And that one is going to get chipped foul, and the count now 0-2. Well, Midland and Amarillo still going. The Rockhounds lead the Sod Poodles by 9-6 here in this evening's contest. Swing and a miss, and he'll get them easily. Boy, Contreras really staying close to his pitches and doing really well. Midland up in first place. So we got our two ball clubs in first place, Midland and Tulsa, San Antonio and Arkansas in second. Amarillo and Northwest Arkansas in third places. Fourth is Frisco and Springfield, Corpus Christi and Wichita being in the last place positions. Right there and outside, it's 1 ball and no strikes. Here's a 1-0. And that is right there and out of play. And the count now 1-1. One ball, one strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count now is 1-2. Scott Schreiber coming in. He's 1-2 in the count. Pitch here. Swing and a miss. And he gets him down chasing. And Corpus Christi down against it now. Their final strike of the night. That is Zach Daniels. (7-2) San Antonio. In the top half of the ninth inning, Corpus Christi down to their last out. Here's the 0-1. And boy, they're against it now. An 0-2 count. Their final strike of the evening. Want to thank everybody coming into this broadcast, and so far we've had a lot of fun as we wrap this one up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and there we go. San Antonio wins it. Home crowd going crazy and everybody exchanging the high fives. And that's what matters, is that will beat the Corpus Christi Hooks here tonight. San Antonio 15-13, Corpus Christi now at 12-16 as they lose here tonight there at the Industry Ballpark Stadium. Well, got to say that Midland will claim the 17th. So they'll be 17-13 over Amarillo. It'll be 14-16 as the Sod Poodles will lose in that ball game. Well, the win will go to Tom Cosgrove, and the loss will go to Max Roberts. Frank Contreras will get the save for San Antonio here tonight. For all of us, hope everybody has a great night, and we will see you again later. So, yes, have a good night, everybody.
They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Well, we gotta say we had a pretty good ball game tonight. And gotta say it was pretty fun. Boy, and Tulsa and Arkansas, they are getting up there trying to secure a victory. But anyway, it is going pretty good. Well, for all of us here tonight, we had our final scores. And so far, Wichita will beat Frisco 8-6. 8 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Wichita. For Frisco, 6, 13, and 7. Whoa! You don't see that every day. Boy, 7 errors? Yeah. Boy, that's a real butt kicking of a lifetime on errors for the Rough Riders. That's something you don't see every day. Well, for the top half of the ninth for Midland, Amarillo has their last chance to beat the Rockhounds and to claim their 15th, and that will tie up against San Antonio. So Midland is 2 games ahead of San Antonio. Amarillo is a game trailing the Missions. So San Antonio Missions getting trailed by the 1 against Amarillo. Frisco will trail the Sod Poodles, and Corpus Christi trails Frisco by the 1. Tulsa and Arkansas are tied up at 19. Northwest Arkansas up in the middle. And Springfield and Wichita are now at 13 even. There, and I will say yes, it has been a really fun day today. Well, for all of us here, hope everybody has a good night, and we'll see y'all again later.